Hello and good evening.
Hey guys.
I never know how to start this, so
Right?
figured that was the way to do it.
Welcome. We're super excited to be able to do this finally. It's something we've known about for 2 years now. Can you believe that? I looked
It
this
has
up
been 2 years.
and it was June 7th of 2023 when we got the motorcycle. So welcome guys. I guess we should explain what we're doing. We are on here to announce a motorcycle giveaway, a bike that was given to us, and we're going to go into detail because, of course, behind everything is a really cool story. We even have behind stage those that helped make it happen. So we'll be bringing them on so they can tell the story. And we're going to give you guys details on how you guys can go about getting your raffle ticket for this bike. I'm going to go through the website. It is live and going right now. We have tested it out. So we're going to announce kind of something that was behind the scenes too that we were able to do, and talk about the bike itself and all the features on it and why whoever gets this is going to love it. We've been on it. We've rode it. We know what it's like. And yes, Sonny asked.
I don't want to give it away.
Can I keep the bike? So yeah, where do we start? Let's start by everybody coming on. If you guys are watching, please go into the chat area. Have you opened the chat up yet, Sonny? I have not.
It is. It's
yeah.
Sort of.
Everybody's on there. We got it going. Thank you to my crew who is behind the scenes, making sure all my buttons work so that we could get to the raffle. It's starting today, and we'll tell you guys the deadline. And of course, the biggest thing is we're doing this to help raise money for the Support Bikers Wrecked Rider Fund. So we're able to help those who've been in an accident. And as you guys know, a nonprofit or a charity, you need funds to be able to do that. So this is one of the ways we're doing it.
So I guess we should put it out there that, of course, we're gonna talk all about the bike was donated to us. The parts were all donated to us. The labor I donated. So we have nothing into this. So all the money will go back into Wrecked Riders.
Yeah.
Now, my ultimate hope is it does really well, and I can take part of the proceeds and buy another bike to do this again next year.
Okay.
That's my goal. So we'll just have to see, but that's my goal.
Okay. All right. That'd be cool because we're always going to need money to be helped out.
Always going to need to raise money, and if I can find you guys, I can tell you that it's not going to be a brand new street glide. It'll be something unique. Like a 99 Fatboy. Like, I love those old kind of cool bikes. So I'm sure I'm going to stick to that genre for sure.
Well, I saw we had like Terry Castle in here from Arkansas coming on. Which direction does this go? From the top to the bottom? I got to get used to this chat. Hey guys, Thrash Rides. Thane Gunther, my California State Ambassador. Welcome, guys. Michael Romaldi, my State Ambassador from New Jersey. Bubba. Rick Friesen, my National Ambassador. Ken Murphy, my Missouri Ambassador. This is awesome. Chase, my Arkansas Ambassador. Sonny, we'll just have to buy some tickets. Well, we can't buy tickets.
We can't buy tickets. We can't win tickets. No one related to us can. Our kids can't.
Yeah.
Our mom and dad can't. We can't end up with the bike back unless somebody wins it and donates it back. That would be the only way.
That would be the only way. Yeah. Samuel Gilmore. David's on here. We're going to be talking about David Flip Elliott that you guys see.
Flip Elliott. We're going to hang out. We got a story to tell you about him.
Bama from Arkansas. Bubba said, wish I was able to get with you guys sooner. I have a windshield sissy bar and a bunch of other parts that will fit in. Actually, we're going to talk a little bit about the bike and how it will be ever building.
Yes, that's part of it. So maybe there may be a potential for that. Listen up, and then
no guarantees, but we're going to talk about Okay, what else? Ken, you're not late. You're right on time. Ken Sauer, my
Yeah,
other
he took a break from
conserving
mowing grass
master.
just to see our faces.
Sweet.
Tim's like, did I miss the details? You did not. So we are
Nope.
just getting this party started. We haven't given out any details other than, what this little live is about. We wanted to give people a little time to get on here, which I think we've done that.
Well,
So it's
happy
probably
Father's Day,
time
real
to.
quick, to all the dads out there. And for all the wives that are watching, this is a perfect gift.
I have a motorcycle.
But it's a gift for you too.
Right, you can either go with him or you can get him out of the house. Either way, you win.
Or borrow it or make it your own. All right, so guys, we are giving away what, Sonny? Please go into detail of what we are giving away.
We are giving away a 1999 Harley Davidson Fatboy, the last year of the Evo motor. Those that know like the Evo is legendary, right? It's basically the motor that saved Harley Davidson. At least that's the story. It's probably one of the most reliable motors they ever built. Um, Arnold Schwarzenegger rode a 91 Fat Boy in Terminator 2. And guess what? It was black and looked identical to this bike here. So if you've ever wanted a bike that looked like the bike the Terminator rode, this is your bike. It's carbureted, so you just can't beat the sound of a carbureted Evo. It's got like 14,000 miles on it. It now has new tires, new bearings, new fluids, new, like, from head to toe, new brake pads, all that. So it's ready to go. I've ridden it. I'm going to ride it some more when we get back from our big trip. So stay tuned. I'm going to ride it as much as I can until I give it to somebody.
He's got to make sure it's good.
That's right. That's right.
No, as you guys know, when you get a bike together, you do need to make sure you get all the
Oh,
parts that have been.
I will say this, in the terms and conditions, it does state that you should have it checked out by a mechanic. Because I'm not a mechanic. You guys know that. I put it together. I've ridden it. It's working. That's all I'll say.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and jump in to show the website. So if people are on here and they're anxious and they want to get those tickets bought, we'll go ahead and show them how to do that. Sound good?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a wiener.
All right. Can you show my screen? Guys, we are going to bring up on the screen our website, supportbikers.com. Will somebody put that in the chat for me? Put the website, supportbikers.com. And so we've got it up. This is our homepage. What we're going to be doing is I put a button on the very first part where it's underneath the Wrecked Rider Fund, since that's what we're raising money for. So all you're going to do is you're going to click on the button, and I built a page just for the event itself. This was fun. We did a little photo shoot. Sonny and I went out, my dad in the truck, and he was recording, or no, dad was driving stick shift, and I'm in the back recording. We're going to have a video to show you guys that too, behind the scenes. It was fun. We've got a button now that goes to, go ahead, babe.
Oh, I was just going to say, the picture you see with my arms out is not actually a still shot. I was riding at that time.
Yes. Yeah. And I was catching it. You were having some fun, and it was cool. I actually caught that one, pulled out my phone, was snapping shots at the same time of recording, and I got that one, and I was like, I love it. I love it. Love it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play this video for everybody to see. I don't think you'll hear, there's just music. See, he's riding it. All right.
Okay. So I guess one thing we should say is, like, a time frame on this, right?
Right.
So it opens up today. You
Right
can
now, you
officially
guys
buy
got
your
it now?
tickets right now. And then somebody is going to start off 2026 with a new bike. We're going to draw this on New Year's Day, 2026. What would be a cooler way to start the year than with a new bike? So
What's
we
going to be
basically have
cool
6 months.
is for us, I think, because we're going to be the ones like drawing the number and then doing another live and doing the giveaway. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, and be around your phone because when I draw that, I'm going to call the winner right on live, and hopefully you pick up. If
Yeah.
not, you still win, but it'd still be cool if you picked up.
Yeah. Yep. New Year's Day. All right, guys. So we just have some information on there about the bike, how long the raffle goes. And of course, we've got our terms and conditions if you guys have questions about it. And I think now would be perfect time. Let's bring in our main partner that allowed us to be able to do this. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this giveaway.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? All right. Ta-da!
Go ahead and
What's
reduce
up?
the screen, Sunny, and we'll have all of us on there.
Okay, let me figure out how to do that, and I'll get back to you.
Guys,
Yay!
we want to introduce you guys to Al and Jessica. They are with Wholesale Payroll, good friends of ours. We've known, gosh, I didn't even think to think about this. When did we meet? How long have we known each other?
It was at McDonald's that I met
Sunny.
Sonny. I mean, heck,
I mean, there's a story to that. So my wife set up a meeting with some dude. I didn't know him. I didn't know his name. I didn't know anything about him. Like literally, she's like, "You're going to McDonald's to meet this guy. No worry, he's rode a motorcycle." And I was like, okay. And that was our first meeting at McDonald's.
You're welcome. And look what happened.
That's right. I think I had the chopper back then, didn't I?
If you didn't, you had just gotten rid of it.
No, I think I just got it right then. You saw it.
Maybe. No, I never saw it.
Oh, well, then it had to have been just after. Maybe it was just after.
I think it was just after.
I think
Just
so.
after.
Yeah.
He had a Borgette chopper.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right. So it's been, when was that? Any guesses, guys? What year was
I'm
that?
going to say 10 years ago.
2017.
Okay.
So 8 years ago. Yep.
8 years ago. There you go.
Good guy.
Man, that's been too long.
A long time. We came from networking. So Al has had a business, and that's why Sunny was meeting with Al, is to talk business, to be able to refer business back and forth to each other if they liked each other, which apparently it turned out great. Al is behind the scenes, like he's been doing all of our payroll all these years, and so obviously we trust him to handle. And then when we told Al we wanted to start a nonprofit, he was right there to say, "Yep, I got your back. I can help you guys, no problem." So he's part of our board and does all the books and stuff behind the scenes of the nonprofit to make sure that we're following the rules and doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. And Miss Jessica came into Al's life. How long have you guys been together?
6 years?
6 years?
6
Yes.
years.
So
Wow.
He's a number guy,
family.
so I was going to get in trouble if I had that wrong.
And she's got her own business too. She is a hairdresser in Marco Island here in Florida, doing her own thing. But then she has jumped in with Al, and the two of them came together. And well, I think poor Jessica, Al comes up with like these crazy ideas, and she she jumped right on board and was his cheerleader. And
You didn't warn me you're gonna throw me under the bus.
Yes, she did. Am I wrong? But yeah, she's
Don't worry. She says all my ideas are crazy too. We've set world records and going to do 4 corners. And so without crazy ideas,
That's right.
right.
nothing cool happens.
There'd be no bike.
There would be none of this, right? Like, I mean,
He's pretty
So,
good.
yeah,
Harley Davidson hadn't said, let's put a motor on a bicycle. It would be a motorcycle.
Okay, so I got a question back here real quick too. Eric Douglas, is everything with your nonprofit only in Florida? Guys want to
No.
answer that?
Okay, so yeah, no, we are national, so we cover the entire United States. So we have a national fund, which is where this money goes to. Now, we also have independent state groups. We have 18 currently, and we do fundraisers for specific states as well. So if you go on the website and you want to donate, you can donate to your specific state if we already have it, or you can just donate to the national fund. Now, what happens is, let's say there's an accident in North Carolina and North Carolina doesn't have enough money in their fund, then we will pull from the national fund to cover North Carolina. If we don't have a group there at all, then it's all from the national fund.
Yes. So all
Does that
states,
make sense?
everybody, it doesn't matter where you're in accident, we are going to be able to pull funds from national if we don't have it in a state. Yep.
It is only U.S. currently. So we don't go outside of the states, as it says. So there's just too many, money differences, and it's just
The
too
variables
much for us right now.
right now.
Maybe one day, but as of right now, it's all USA.
All right. iPhone Tim's on here just saying hi and what's going on with them. So, okay, continue on. I wanted to make sure we got that question answered. That was a great question. Thank you. If you guys have any more questions, especially about the nonprofit, since the money is going towards that, we're an open book. We'll be right here to answer those questions. So bring them on.
Eric, we do. It's called Support Bikers Ohio. You can look it up. There's a group. You can join the group. So you can be in our national group, Support Bikers. These are Facebook groups. We created Facebook groups so everybody could get in there, get to know each other, make connections, share tips on riding, tips on fixing bikes, whatever. Then we made the state groups where you can share all that stuff, plus, different events going on. We have emergency chats. We have DIY chats. So it is, for lack of a better word, it is a clubhouse that you can all go hang out in. Everyone is welcome. It doesn't matter what you ride, how you ride. You're all welcome to join Support Bikers.
I just put in the chat of YouTube, and then I'm going into, I went into Badgers and Biker Lifestyle and Support Bikers Facebook, and I'm putting the Ohio Facebook group, but I should be I'll go ahead and put the link to all the Facebook groups that we have on the website, so they can get to find whatever state they're in.
Tony Moore just bought 5 tickets, so I guess while we're on this, we should probably go ahead and make this announcement. So
go ahead and tell. Okay,
yes.
Go ahead and tell.
You guys see Flip Elliott in the comments over here. So a long time ago when I said, hey, we're probably going to do a raffle of this bike, he's like, I want the first tickets. So I sent him the link just a little bit before we went live, and I said, all right, you requested it. You get to be first. So the first 5 tickets or 10 tickets, I'm not sure. I can't see that. We were here. He bought. So first off, thank you very much, Flip. He always supports us in everything. His logo has been on our trailers for Route 66. He's always in the comments section. He's always giving, and we appreciate you. And Flip said he got his 10. So Flip got 10, and then I saw Tony Moore got 5. So I guess that's the other thing, and they're $25 a piece, or you get 5 for $100. So if you buy 4, basically you get 1 free.
And know that you are filling out for every single raffle ticket. We apologize now in advance because we are only pulling 1 raffle ticket. So the system is going to want you to fill out all your information for each raffle. And like Flip pointed out to us, it takes a little bit of time to do. So please be patient. But we want to make sure when we pull that ticket, it's got all your information on it.
Well, and think about that, guys. So if you're at a raffle, when you get your raffle tickets, they make you put your name and address on each one. It's the same thing. It's just virtual. So Bama said he was going to purchase one Thursday. Thank you, guys. You can buy one now. You can buy one, next month and the next month and whenever you want. In between now and December 31st at midnight. Eastern time.
All right. We're back to Jessica now. All right, guys. So they created Wholesale Payroll. We're going to have them talk about that as well. I'm going to let them introduce, we'll give you the story of how we got the bike. Whatever you guys want to do, we're going to give you the floor right now. Introduce yourselves. It's yours.
I'm Jessica Clark. This is Al Wagner. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I also talk her.
Yeah, I'm trying to contain myself, actually. I mean, I do want to know what Pillow Turquoise hot chocolate's all about, but that's a whole different thing. So there's a story behind Flip somewhere there.
Right.
So yeah, we're just excited to have the opportunity to be a part of what you guys are doing, and with the bike, that the story behind the bike and how that came to be, and sitting in the garage for as long as it did. And then Sonny, when you talked about being able to do something to help folks, and particularly with a motorcycle, I'm like, oh, well, the actual owner was still, I guess technically isn't anymore, but is Jim Murray. So he's one of our other co-founders of our company, Wholesale Payroll. And it's just one of these, it's a long, long story of perseverance and just wanting to make a difference in my profession, and not liking what everybody else does in that space, much like what you guys, to me, I think we're kind of in a different sense, but we're very much the same. Just, we got to do what we got to do because we know it's the right thing to do. Period.
That's it. And I know, like, probably your biggest, your competition are these huge companies, right? That are
multi-billion-dollar companies. Yeah.
You're just a number to them, right? Just one more number, just one more uptick, so that their stockholders can make more money. And the service isn't there, the features aren't there, and that's what Al wanted to change. And guys, I watched him like labor over this for the past few years, like all the ups, all the downs. And if you've ever done anything, I mean, even a small business, but if you've ever done anything on a grand scale like they're doing, it's mountaintops and it's valleys, right? You've got the highest of highs. Yes, that worked. And then 2 seconds later, but that didn't work.
It's a true David and Goliath type story as well. And without the team that we've got, there's no way we would ever be even close to this. So we actually just launched this month. So it's been a long, hard road. So it's really exciting times, real stressful times, just like getting stuck on the side of the road when the bike doesn't want to cooperate. So been there, done that too. Had my bike on fire, actually. So.
You're right. I mean, this has become your baby, and you guys have been in it just like we have with Support Bikers. It's been something that we've been passionate about. So tell everybody, like, who is the ideal client for you guys as business? So if somebody's watching out there, they know, hey, this is me. I need to listen to what he's saying and jump on board.
Yeah, we're looking for connections to CPAs, bookkeepers, accountants, tax guys and gals. That's who we talk to. That's
and
who
what are you
uses our
and what is it that you're offering them? What are they going to get when they reach out to you?
So we finally, after years, came up with a tagline, Sonny, and that's one of the things that you and I we thought we were real good at, and I sure as heck could never come up with one for us. But what we're offering them is our tagline, and that's take control. Just like being on a bike, man, you're now in control of that destiny. Mm-hmm. Same thing with this product in our industry. It's being able to take back what others have stolen from us over the course of the last decade or two.
All right.
Not just revenue, it's client relationships. It's actually being able to stay in touch and give something to your customer, not just, as Sonny said, it's not just a tick on a ledger somewhere and helping Wall Street gain another buck.
So you've produced a website. Is it an app too, a mobile app as well?
No, we didn't go with the app side. It's all 100% web-based.
Web-based, which makes sense for, the type of business. So tell them, like, I think it's a big thing to throw out, like, who are the competitors, who you competing against, because they know those names, and now they'll know, oh, okay, this is what we're talking about. We want to do something. We're doing something bigger and better.
Sure. ADP.
Paychecks.
Paychecks. Actually, Paychecks founder lives here. So that's Tom Calisano. But then, of course, the big gorilla in the room for us is the makers of QuickBooks, Intuit. And those guys, well, I'm old enough to remember, because I know I'm a little bit older than you all, I think, if I remember right. The whole migration of steel and manufacturing out of this country and overseas. That's what Intuit is exactly doing in our industry. It's so reminiscent of 40 years ago when that was going on. So being able to preserve that piece of America is rather unique, daunting, but unique.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
excited.
anytime you can do business. I mean, the whole reason we created Support Bikers in the very beginning was to connect people with biker-owned, biker-friendly businesses. So imagine that. If you could actually support a biker, a family, and a local U.S. ran, U.S. operated business. And so that is, that's that. They're in Marco Island, and here in Florida, like a couple hours from us. I used to ride down there like every Friday for for
You
like
did.
a year.
You did.
For networking every Friday. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
but
awesome.
that's it, guys.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk about that? Because then I want to go into the story of the bike.
No, let's not bore everybody with that. Let's get into the story. That's the fun stuff.
Well, you guys can go online to supportbikers.com. As you guys know, that is a directory of businesses. Al is in the directory. He's been in the directory since day one when we launched it. So you can find all of his information on there. And then also on the web page where we have put this raffle. If you scroll down under our partners, you're going to see his information and a link to his website as well. So please, please, please patronize our biker-owned businesses and please help them out, because we get to go into the story of why and how this happened, how we got our hands on this bike. So the day, and I looked it up, Al, I don't know if you heard, June 7th of 2023 is the day that we came down with the pickup truck, the Badger Mobile, and got to see the bike and spend the most of the day with you guys, which is anymore. Sonny saw you all the time, but then we hardly get to see you at all. So it's really cool that we got to spend that day together. But we get there with the truck and Al opens up the garage and there it is.
I don't know that it was very shiny to go wow.
No,
we did have to push it up on the truck.
Well, thankfully Jacob was here to do that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so we took pictures and video, but yeah.
And I think I did a daily. So there's a daily vlog. If you go back to that day, since you know the day of 2023, probably June 7th would be my daily video I made about getting the bike.
The 8th.
And of course,
it would have been the next day, right? You're editing on that day, so June 8th.
Okay.
The pictures
or
are
thereabout.
I ran across them the other day. They're really
they came back up in my feed just a week or two ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
So that was coincidental, really, because it was just, I mean, we didn't plan it and be like, oh, we've had this bike, let's do this date. It was just when it fell into place for us to be able to be in a position and ready to announce this.
Well, we were ready for you to do it right then and there. Right?
I know.
I remember. Somebody's like, no. We got to do this. We got to do that. I'm like, okay.
Well, we left for 3 months too, like we normally do in the summertime. I know we got the bike and then we're like, oh, it just sat in the garage and we had to leave it.
Well, if anybody that's out there knows us, like we kind of double do. All our I's are dotted, all our T's are crossed. When we do events, when we do anything, like we're super picky about. And if you notice, we said we had it, but we didn't say what we were going to do with it because we hate to say we're going to do something and not do it. That's like our pet peeve.
Yeah.
So we made sure that we had everything in line before we ever did this. So thanks for the patience.
Yes.
Well, it only sat around for I don't know how many years before you even got it.
Yeah.
Last I heard, it was like 7 or 8. So you add 2 more on that. It's set for 10 years.
Yeah.
I
And
wrote it a couple of times, and then we garaged it. Yeah.
so bike abuse.
I would agree. Well, it was a special circumstance. We really couldn't take it out on the road at the time. And then that cleared up and didn't know what to, Jim did. It was really Jim. He didn't know what to do with it. And
Right.
that's when that whole idea, where you had the idea, and I remember Jim and I talking, and I think he's the one that came up with it. Well, why don't we just give it to Sonny and Angie and let them do something with it?
His quote to us was, "Do something cool with it."
That's right.
Yeah.
Do something
So
cool
I
with it.
don't.
Of course, I wanted you to paint it all green and make it wholesale payroll, but I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you kept it, and the whole Terminator connection is very cool.
And that's it. I asked people like a year ago. I was like, "What should I do to the bike? Should I like custom paint it and all that?" And everybody said, "No, you're going to ruin an icon. Like it's the Terminator bike. Let whoever gets it do whatever they want to it because everybody doesn't like the same things."
Right.
And so with all the feedback from everybody out there, I was like, I'm gonna put all the maintenance stuff on it, and then I'm gonna clean it up really good, and that's how it's gonna go. And
it looks awesome.
It does.
It looks
and
good.
it sounds freaking
I'm wondering why you didn't do that for me before we gave it away, though. That's what I'm wondering.
I was never asked.
I don't know if that's entirely true. Might have been in passing in a Friday morning networking.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're talking about Jim, we keep mentioning Jim. And so Jim owns independent accounting on Marco Island. He does all of our accounting.
And he's a co-founder with us in Wholesale Payroll.
Yes. The kids, Angie, myself, our businesses, he takes care of it all. It's great because he's in the same office with my bookkeeper and my payroll guy. So that works out really good. But he's a big part of this. And as soon you'll hear me mention him in all the videos. I'm still working on getting logos. Al, if you could help me.
I think I have them for him.
Okay.
If not, I'll ask him.
If not, when passing in the hallway, just telling, "Hey, send Sonny some logos." But anyway, he's a big part of this, guys. So I definitely want him, to get. And he's a big part of your company. So I know he's been
without
right there with you.
Yeah.
Right. For this whole thing. So I didn't want to leave that out. All right, continue on, Angie.
I know we've got Mom's behind the scenes, and she is let me know like who's gotten tickets so far. So we've got David bought tickets. We talked about that already. Tony Moore got some tickets, and Devin Harris got tickets.
All right.
Do I say dollar amounts? Put in the comments. Do I say dollar amounts? I don't know. What's like the proper thing to do? Like how much people have how many tickets they bought. Maybe it becomes like a competition thing. Like David got 5.
David got 10. He said he was buying 10 when I sent him the message.
Okay.
And he wrote it in the comments.
Got it in the
We can definitely tell him that he did. So anyway.
All right. So that day we got to do like a bunch of photos and videos of getting the bike. That was fun. Like Sonny said, he did a little live on it. We were able to, and I was trying to find pictures, and maybe they're on Sonny's phone. Did my phone die? I don't know. But of actually like on the back of the truck at you guys' place. I got a picture, like a little selfie.
Oh, we have a ton of them. They're definitely on our, I think they're all on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Because then I'm going to get those from you then. because I've got the one, I was taking a selfie and we just got it to our place and we were going to be unloading it. And so it was in the back of the truck.
Mhm.
But like Sunny said, we stuck it in the garage and I had to sit for a little bit of time. But once Sunny finally got to it, what all did you encounter, Sunny, when you dug into this bike that had
So
been sitting for
the first major thing, and there's a video on it, was the gas tank. So the petcock was all rusted and like falling apart, and it just the tank had rusted out, which happens when you, especially with the new ethanol fuel, like it'll just destroy a tank. So I basically drained the tanks out, took them apart, let them set with vinegar in them for like a week. Took BBs and stuff, put them in the tank, shook the tanks all around, got all the rust, and I did a video on that, like big old chunks of gray. There's a liner they put in the tanks, and that liner comes loose. And of course, then when the fuel pump is sucking up stuff, it sucks up that liner. So it's kind of a mess. But we got that all cleaned out. We got a brand new petcock for it, and
that was
then
quite a process. And I know you were very diligent on what you were doing and making sure that it was completely cleaned out. So none of the junk was going to be going through. So that took a lot. I remember you watching YouTube videos, like different ways that people have done it and their experiences and everything.
My biggest thing here was whether to recode it or not. So a lot of people are like, recode it. A lot of people are like, don't recode it. That stuff will just come loose again. So I had kind of both sides of the aisle. But once I looked at it and kind of did my investigation, I decided to not recode it. So if you win this bike, you may want to recode it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can take the tanks off, drain them out, and recoat that. But I did not. I left it alone once I got all the junk cleaned out.
So for a novice, Sonny, what does that mean when you say that the coating's now gone? What's the risk of not having the coating in it?
There's really not. There's really no risk to it at all, unless you're just. I mean, I guess if you let it sit for years, but I mean, then it's just going to be rust and stuff, just like it already is. So I mean, it's basically metal. Most of your gas tanks in your cars are metal and have been for years, so shouldn't be any issues at all. It's just something they started doing, and I think they had a reason at one point, maybe to stop like seeping leaks or something. I don't know. I'm not a historian on that, why they started doing it. I can tell you this does not leak at all and works fantastic. So.
All right, we'll come back to the story. As David Flip had pointed out, he even told us his ticket numbers. Was it one through 5 and 11 through, what would have been that, 16, 15, 11 through 15. So is Sunny going to deliver? I'm going to show this. Is Sunny going to deliver the bike in January? Good question, Sunny. What did we come up with?
So the terms and conditions state that you're responsible for the pickup and getting your bike. Now, the reality of that is we've talked about just loading it up in the back of the Badger Mobile and taking a road trip to
Al
you.
would
And I'm
love to
definitely
help deliver it and fly back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ride it.
So probably not in January going north.
No.
So we'll load it up in
I
the
don't have a
truck.
winter coat.
We have talked about delivering it. So don't count on that. Count on picking it up and getting it yourself, just like the terms and conditions state. If it were to work out where we could do that, we may do that.
All right. It just depends where we're at, what's going on. It just isn't in the terms and conditions. But we may have like a little celebration too. If somebody's, wants to come down and we can do something special with all of us here in this area. If they want to take it, come and get it, trailer it, and take it. Okay. I'm getting in trouble. Flip has sorry, Flip. All right. We've got some other people that have come on here, people saying hi back and forth. And I can't see for some reason. Oh, I see. I need to click a little X button so that I can see more of the comments that are going on. Okay. Sonny, what was next on the bike?
It sat for a year.
After you did the tank?
Yeah, I did the tanks last year. And then summer hit and we went on our trips and I didn't touch it. And then this went while we were on our trip last summer, great segue into our next sponsor. So while I was on the trip this last summer, I was talking with our good friends at Leisure Lake Family Campground in Michigan. And I was like, all right, we got this bike. Here's what we're thinking about doing. We're going to raffle it off. We're going to take all the money and it's going to go to rec riders. And they're like, how can we help? It's like, well, I'm gonna have to buy parts for it, and then of course I've got the labor. And they're like, all right, well, buy all the parts you need, send us an invoice, we got the parts. So they bought all the parts, all the carb rebuild, all the tires, everything. Leisure Lake Family Campground in Michigan, Ken and Ray Dean, who you'll see here in the next like 3 weeks. We're going to be at their campground for like a month, so you guys will see them there. But they stepped up and said, "How can I help?" And that was their contribution. So big thank you to them.
Yes.
That's
and you can
incredible.
find their.
That's really cool.
Yeah. It was just kind of like out of the blue came out a shot. We're like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I left it in
That's
pretty
awesome.
good condition, actually. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
So I did a couple videos on that. The tires were date coded 2013.
Yeah.
12 years old.
And the question was something like, do you change them or not change them if the code says 2013 and we're in 2020?
I did ask everybody, and the kind of the general consensus was, for safety's sake, do. A lot of people are like, look, if it doesn't have dry rots and cracks, ride it. But I mean, really, you're talking about 13-year-old rubber in Florida, nonetheless. So we got it all: heat, salt water, you name it. So anyway, we got all that replaced. So whoever gets it's going to have new tires, new brakes, new bearings, new fluids. We're going to put new mirrors on it. That was the one thing we couldn't we couldn't bring back to life. So we're probably I'm hoping to find something at Sturgis. I think that'd be cool, right? Find some mirrors for it at Sturgis. And it's ever evolving, guys. So if I find a cool part, I'm probably going to get it, and we'll put it on this bike. So it may not look exactly like it looks now. I won't do anything aesthetically to change what the bike is, but if I find a cool chrome part or something, it may go on there.
Yeah. We took that chrome. We were worried about the chrome and all the pitting and stuff that was within the chrome on both sides of the bikes. And what was the one thing that we finally, I mean, we were trying different things to try to polish this up. And the one thing that I'm telling Sonny, I've got my side done and I'm like, you should see my side. It's beautiful. And he's over there trying this and that. And he's running to O'Reilly's and getting sandpaper. And he's coming back. And I'm like, I'm serious. Just look at my side. My side looks amazing. You're not going to believe this. And so he comes over and we called it that night. And I'm like, tomorrow when you get up to detail it, seriously, do what I did. It looks, and so he was like, what? He looks at it and he was like, really? I used aluminum foil in hot and salt water. And it just, the pits,
works, guys.
the fittings just, right. I mean, is it a pain in the butt to do? Abso-freaking-lutely. I would sit there and just keep rubbing, but I knew if I kept rubbing, it was going to get shinier and shinier and they would go away. And yeah, so it was a lot of work to do, but seriously, aluminum foil with the salt and the water. And
that
just
sounds like it would be fingers on a chalkboard.
It kind of is. You get that feeling in your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, It is.
Ugh. I got the chills just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So that's it, though. I spent an entire weekend doing all the mechanical work, and then we spent an entire weekend doing all the detail work. So
Yeah,
that was
but
our
it
contribution,
looks
the
so
labor.
good and shiny now.
That's awesome. How cool.
I know. I know Rick's been talking about this bike. Where did he say? I love this. He said, "Oh, Canada's cold in January because he wants."
And that's one place I can say we will not deliver to. 100% no chance.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind to come down.
Right.
And then Ken Murphy, Sonny, did you see this?
Yeah, bring it up. So I've had a lot of people, just everybody, I'm going to cover this now. I've had a lot of people say that I should ride this summer. I'm not going to. Like
We talked about it.
my bike is set up for long hauls. It's got the saddlebags, the seat, the windshield. It's got everything. This bike does not have that. If it were just a fun ride for me, like we're just gonna go, a couple 100 miles a day and tootle along on the back roads, I would be damn it. But that isn't what we're doing. In fact, next Wednesday when we leave is a 600-mile day. So no, not into it. I might take it to Daytona. When we get back and we go to Daytona for bike week, I might take it to Daytona.
Yeah, we talked about doing that. But yeah, we would need to make sure it was that you'd be comfortable on it. And
2 days, thing.
that much traveling and
2 days.
yeah, 2 days of going through and cleaning up and
Aluminum foil and salt water.
I still can't believe that worked.
And then shining it after that. So then you
Yeah.
take polish and, shine it after that.
What kind of shine is that that we were spraying on after
Amsoil wax.
the Amsoil wax?
Yeah,
And it works. Yeah, looks great.
it's awesome.
So Flip said that he bought a new trailer, so he can come. You can do good
Come down
town.
and get it.
Yeah, that bike fest.
Perfect.
Sounds like a plan. Love to do that. Bama said put some Terminator. Where to go? Oh, sorry, Thane. Oh, yeah, Bama.
Terminator mirrors.
Yeah, there he goes.
I'm not sure what Terminator mirrors are. If you have an example,
Yeah,
send me a link. You can send it on Messenger or whatever. But if you have an example, send me a link because I'm not sure what Terminator mirrors are. Unless you mean like the original mirrors back on it.
I'm sure.
If that's the case, if I can find them, I would not be opposed to that.
Right.
The Evos, in my opinion, guys, the Evos are going to go like this in value over the next 10 years because we've already went through the knuckles and the pans and the shovels, and they're all getting harder to find and more expensive. So the next evolution of that is the Evolution motor bikes. So, and they're already pretty scarce. So I think those are like the next big collectible bike.
Got a crazy idea, Sonny.
Yep.
Sounds
There
like
we go.
right.
Wait,
Sounds
did
like
you
we need
hear
to
what
get
he
into
said?
the machining business and create some parts.
Yes. Well, the parts are pretty readily available aftermarket. But if you want something like if you wanted to get the original mirrors for the Terminator bike, that would be your challenge. There are the beauty of Harley Davidson. The thing they have over, as far as I'm concerned, over all other companies out there is the aftermarket support. They have so many different companies that make so many different parts that it's pretty easy to find Harley Davidson parts.
So, see, Angie, it wasn't such a crazy idea after all. It's happening all the time.
Yes.
You guys scare me anymore. Jimmy Luff said that yes, salt is.
So we shined it afterwards.
Yeah.
So once you're done with the salt water and the aluminum foil, then you take a shiner, a sealant, a wax, and go over it.
Yeah.
So yes, you're cleaning it off afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. All right. Okay. So what else do we need to talk about? The Wrecked Rider Fund anymore on how that works? just to give everybody an idea.
I mean, it never hurts for those of you that don't know. So we have the Rec Rider Fund. The Rec Rider Fund is designed to help somebody that has went down or somebody's close family. What we found over the years is that it's that initial, like, something just happened to, I'm going to use Al as an example. So Al gets in an accident, Jess is there, and Jess is like, what do I do? Like, how am I going to pay this bill? What am I going to do about this? How am I going to get back and forth to the hospital? Like, all these things run through these people's minds. And some people, it may be the breadwinner of the family that's in the
A
hospital.
lot of times.
And so they're just trying to figure out how to survive and take those first few deep breaths to figure out where they go from here. And that's really where the Rec Rider Fund is most powerful because we can get them out a couple $100 right away. We can help them create a fundraiser like a GoFundMe, but it's called Support a Biker. And we can start helping them take that tension off, right? Because the first thought is, oh my God, money. Like, how am I going to keep the house? How am I going to? And then the second thought is, okay, so how am I going to take care of my loved one? Unfortunately, guys, we ride motorcycles. We don't have fender benders. Like our fender benders, usually somebody gets hurt, and it can take months or years to recover from that. I hear people all the time on Facebook are like, well, if you have the right insurance, they shouldn't need to raise money. Have you ever dealt with insurance? That can take months or years. If you're in the hospital for 6 months, how does the insurance pay you out when they have no idea what the bills are yet? So there's 6 months of no income.
Yep. That's what people
And
do.
that's where this comes in. The person may have been very responsible and they may have $1 million worth of coverage, but there's still the point from that to pay out. And what if the insurance company says, we'll give you $150,000, but your bills are $300,000? So then you have your attorney that's going to be like, well, no, that's not going to work. And then they're going to go back and forth and they may have to go to trial. Who knows? How long does that stuff take?
I can
You
tell
still
you.
have,
Yeah.
and the bills keep coming,
Al,
right? They don't stop.
Al can share.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a bike suit, but it certainly was a lawsuit over 10 years.
Yeah. It does. It's not
That
fast.
takes a long time. This
not
fund is critically important for those folks.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Sunny said, if you're without a paycheck, how are you going to pay your bills for that time?
If you get hurt, you can't get back to work.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't just like say, oh, well, that's okay. You pay us whenever you get your settlement. It doesn't work that way. The utility company wants their money. You're going to need to buy groceries, all of that. And so that was really where our passion was and the need we saw. There are lots of great charities out there, guys, and giving to any of them is fantastic. We just saw a need to help our fellow brothers and sisters, motorcycle riders out there in that initial time of, because I don't care how good of a rider you are, shit happens. That's why, or literally it says, because shit happens is why we created the Rec Rider. It just happens like instant. So
yeah, they can go to our website, supportbikers.com, and we've got a tab that says Get Support. And from there, they can click on the button for the Rec Rider Fund application. They're just going on and filling out the application with all their information. It could be a spouse. If you are filling out the application for somebody else, we're wanting to know what the relationship is, and it's going to ask for the details of the specific person that was injured. We will get that application and take a look at it. We're going to want proof of what happened, if that's medical bills, if that's the report. We're going to make sure that this is a legitimate accident. And then we have our board meetings every Friday, 1:00. We sit down and we go through those applications, see if we have the funds available to be able to disperse those out. And whoever was in the accident is the person who gets the check. We make sure that it's going to them, so it's in their name, and that it's not somebody else that's trying to fool the system because we're making sure that whoever was injured is getting the money.
We were fortunate enough to send out 4 this last Friday. So we sent out 4 checks this last Friday, and we were pretty blessed to do that. Here is Chase Foster. He spent an afternoon in the ER, 2 surgeries, physical therapy, $140,000. Person that caused it had minimum state coverage and no assets.
Yeah.
And guys, this is the stuff that happens all the time.
Thanks, Chase,
for
sharing.
I think the minimum in Florida is 10 grand. So you can run around with $10,000 base coverage. Guess what? $10,000 will barely get you a ride to the ER. And if you're on a motorcycle, you're probably taking a ride. So there goes the 10 grand in coverage they have. What next? Now I go into preaching about insurance. We have extra insurance because we ride motorcycles. But always buy insurance for you. Don't buy insurance for the person you're going to run into. That's the difference. Everybody looks at it like the person in the car with 10,000. They're like, well, what's the minimum I need to cover somebody else? That's the problem. They're looking at buying the minimum to cover you. So you need to buy enough to cover yourself and not count on them covering you at all.
Exactly.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Because with the right attorney as well, you'll get it back.
That's just it. And that's teaching everybody too that they need to talk to an attorney. And that's why our sponsors, what keeps us going to help us out, is we were picky and we picked attorneys that we knew we could refer to and they're going to get the job done, because I used to be a paralegal and I hate attorneys. So I know what attorneys are like.
Any sponsors watching right now, just follow on that.
Yeah.
No, they're sponsors because we've picked them and we've fired them too. I have ones out there
we
that
have fired attorneys.
I fire sponsor. No. So, so that's why when you guys go to our website, you'll find a list of attorneys that we trust to be able to handle. And you guys do. I was, like I said, I was a paralegal. I saw the behind the scenes. I know everything that goes on, and you have to hire an attorney, and you need a good attorney and a good office that's legal secretaries that are helping out and doing what they're supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's a big thing. Yep. Then Chase is saying, yep, a good attorney will help you. What does he say? Come in once a week to
sign stuff and handle everything else. Well, so guys, I mean, now I feel like I'm on a whole nother live here, but think about this. The line of evidence starts eroding the moment the accident is over. So if you have an attorney immediately, then they can go to work at discovery, right? What happened? Where's these pictures? Where are the witnesses? Is there video? At the scene, like all of that starts to erode immediately after the accident. So the sooner the better.
Exactly. And yes, Michael, you are exactly right. Michael's my state ambassador for New Jersey, and he knows our attorney really well. He rides Mr. David Carbajian. So he is there behind the scenes helping out if anybody needs an attorney in the state of New Jersey. Thank you, Michael.
All right.
And then Rick's talking about Canada. Traveled a lot in the U.S. We have 10 million third-party liability exactly for that reason.
So our people that are watching right now, right? Because like Support Bikers is all about supporting each other. And I've always said there's lots of ways you can support without spending a penny, right? Like you can share this live, that's supporting, doesn't cost you a thing. You can tell other people about the raffle, that's another way to support, doesn't cost a thing. So the other thing you can do to support is support our sponsors. And of course, we have Al and Jessica here.
Yeah.
What would be, who's the perfect person for them to tell about you?
Their bookkeeper, their tax guy, their accountant. That's
okay. That's it, guys. So
pretty much everybody has one.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody out there has an accountant.
They got to get their taxes done.
If you own a business, you have you have all the other stuff. So you have payroll, you have a bookkeeper, that. Those are the people that you need to send to Wholesale Payroll. And Al and them take it from there.
They can come see us in Orlando in just another week.
Yeah.
Scaling
Big
Tell
show.
them about what you guys got going on behind you and what you've been working on.
We haven't even unveiled it. It's going to be a surprise when we get there. I let you guys know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, who was it? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce his name right, but Thane.
Thane. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we saw he is a Star Wars guy. This is a Star Trek theme. So similar but different.
Yes.
He's got a stormtrooper as his icon.
He does, and he doesn't he do extra stuff too? I don't know, Thane. You gotta tell everybody. Okay, so Mom said we got Shane Tucker came in and bought a raffle ticket. So thank you.
That's it, guys. So even if you can't afford to buy a ticket, just share it with somebody that might be able to or may want one. Even if you don't want one, that's fine. Maybe you don't like Harleys. That's fine as well. Share it with all the Harley guys you know.
How long is it open for?
It is open till December 31st. So it's going to end December 31st.
Share it. Yep.
January 1st, we will do a live and we will pull a name and we will make a phone call and somebody will start the year out with a new bike.
Super exciting.
All right. Anything else that's not politics related?
Flip said, how do I get on the map here?
Okay. Go to our website, supportbikers.com, and click on the button that says get on the map.
So Flip may already be on in Florida where he used to live. So he may just need to log into his account and change it.
Yep.
Update.
You guys have access to. You can go in and update your listings.
Well,
the other
nerd.
We'd like to cheers you guys. We have our drinks with us. Yep. So congratulations. I'm glad you guys were able to get it done and get that bike ready.
Yes.
So, exciting. Yep.
I'll get my cup out.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for helping us make this happen. And look, we've got Chase coming in saying $25 tickets. Join your state group if you haven't. Stay safe out there. Exactly. Thank you so much, guys. One
more thing.
Okay.
So Flip brought it up about getting on the map. So any businesses you know that is biker owned, biker friendly, they can put their business on the map for free. It doesn't cost them a thing, but it's one more place that bikers and people can find them. So that's another thing you can share. It doesn't cost you a thing, doesn't cost them a thing, but they can get on the map at sportbikers.com.
And I want to throw this up here real quick because Thane said he's a Star Wars nerd, but he builds screen accurate costumes and does charity events for the sick kids. So I knew he was doing cool stuff behind.
Thane, find me. I'd like to actually talk to you.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. A connection. All right, it's been an hour on here. I think we pretty much covered everything. You guys know that we're an open book. We're here to help you guys. If any kind of questions you guys have at all, you can go to our website, go to our contact page. You can message us on Facebook. We're here to answer those questions. And if you guys can just share, get this out here, like Sunny said, so everybody knows about it. We can start helping some wrecked riders.
And I'm going to add one caveat to this. So if you message us on Facebook, Facebook will put some of you in spam, and we miss you. So if you've messaged us and it's been a couple days and we have not responded, we probably didn't get the message. So please resend it, send it another way, because we try to respond to every single message. If we don't get it though, we can't respond. And I know it's not your
It's like
fault.
my biggest fear is not seeing.
Yes.
I hate it, not seeing everything. I try so hard to see everything.
Because I go in my spam box every like other day to look, and I probably have 400 spam messages a day.
Yeah.
So it's hard to sort through all of those from the girl telling me to look at her, you know what, to finding actual real messages. So please resend it.
Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it so much. Thanks for guys. Stuff like that, comments and things like that help us keep going and keep doing what we're doing, and knowing you guys are there supporting us, because we have our ups and downs just like anything, everybody else does. And sometimes you're like, we're doing great. I can tell, you guys have commented, and sometimes I'm like, are we doing okay? Like, how are we doing? We have like those check-ins, Sunny and I, like, and so it's thank you, you guys.
We have those days I pull her off the ledge.
Yes.
That's what we have.
And I know we're trying hard. We're trying really hard. So, all right. Poor Chase, something about a pepper seed.
I do not know. Caught pepper seed might need some support for that, honestly.
We'll help you in a week or so when we see you for Badger Bash. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, the castles have been huge help.
It only takes one, Tucker.
All right, I think Mom's behind the scene. Oh, yep. So, all right, I think it's time to go.
Thanks for having us on.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you guys. We truly appreciate it. Thank you to Leisure Lake Family Campground. Ken Ray Dean will be introducing you guys to them very soon, so you know who they are and what they're doing. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And more videos to come. Sunny's got videos of everything that he's done from, right? You've got like, you said you've got like 3 videos or something you need to put together and edit.
I do. So I didn't do a video of the actual work. I did the video of I'm getting ready to do this, and then it's done.
Okay.
So, but I have videos of that. I have detail videos. I have multiple videos for you guys.
Of our video doing all our photo shoots and stuff. So we've got more videos to come about it. So stay tuned for that. And next time we'll see you guys is going to be at Badger Bash that we have in Eureka Springs. We're heading out Wednesday morning, and we will not be home until the end of September. We'll be taking off on our bikes and be gone, and we'll keep you guys up to date on everything that we're doing. And I think that's it. Oh, I think we figured out what this meant, Al. So hand pink waving. So I think it's the emojis that it's like trying to explain.
Yeah. The emojis that's writing them out.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
Some kind of chocolate, though. I don't know.
All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Thanks for watching. And
Merry Christmas.
see you guys soon.